Okay.
Hey, this is back y'all. Ezekiel 22. And this is Ezekiel 22 and 18. And it says, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. So dross is like unwanted material. Or it can be looked at as impurity. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, because you are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem. As they gathered silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
There we go.
So like you was going into that purification process, like these different unwanted metals and stuff like that, that's really referencing to 2/3 of our people. It's not really the true worshipers of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. These are the ones that want to do their own sacrifice instead of coming to your sacrifice within that great spirit to please Yahweh Bahashim Shai. Right?
This First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 1. Look, he's gonna start at 11. It's like 11. This is the book of First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many.
And this is Diddy, man. I mean, he will represent that in this time. Enchanting Israel with their Grecian fucking culture.
Wicked kings coming in.
Of course, brothers 10, 12, 14 years old watching a Diddy video. He always at a beach party. It's always half naked women. He got high level producers. They got the hooks for the samples. That nigga said we invented the remix. This nigga was known for taking nostalgic oldies and put them into his 90s songs. So that's how you enchant Israel. Alright?
What's that song he had with Mace? That's how I found out about Northern King.
No problem.
I don't know. Hey, and the one dedicated to Biggie. That morning. When is this? Yeah. I know. I see. Yeah, so. Then he was because it text some niggas, man.
You got 112 on the hook.
Oh yeah. Hey, we love singers, man.
Yeah.
But hey, they on the left hand right now.
That's right.
Hey, 112 was kind of heavily, man.
Yeah.
Then they had that one high pitched Jake.
Q.
Was that Q? Man, Jake was getting down.
Slim. My bad, Slim.
Hey, Jake was getting down in the 90s. Hey, but
Hey, we getting chatted, man.
You gotta chat it, man. You see how heavy that shit is, man?
Back in First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. Start back at the top. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying,
hey, you persuade many because you had a platform.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your music reached all of Israel.
Yeah.
That's persuading many.
And right now, if you check his TikTok, he has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
If you check his gram, he probably had a lot of followers, man.
Yep.
But what started this? Your music.
Yeah.
Your music put you at a level. And even Esau was like, goddamn, looking how Pac and Puffy did shit, we can use this to further our agenda.
Hey, Esau, like I was going to, Esau, he's very, what's a good word for it? He's very like cultivated in the art of war. So he knows that our people, we're engaged into music, or musicians.
Yeah.
You read about King David, he had singers.
Yeah.
King Solomon had singers.
Or it was a time frame in the book of Chronicles. Bro, we was getting down so bad, the Most High came out. So that shows you Jake like to ride around loud music.
Yeah.
Esau did, so when the serpent did, he infiltrated that, he just did on the left hand of me.
That's it, bro.
Man. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Oh, contracts. Like you said, you a gatekeeper, man.
Yeah.
So you been plugged in with the heathen, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And see what they says upon what's it all about. Puffy got too big for his britches. So what he did was he tried to sue the owners of Ciroc.
Bit the hand that feeds.
He bit the hand that fed him. So what happened was he found out in his contract he didn't have no equity in that business. So he tried to sue him for $100 million. So then on top of that, he threatened him. He said, well, you know what? If you don't pay me these 100 M's, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the people that you're racist. And by default, he can persuade a lot of people, and they're going to start buying some rock.
Yeah.
So what they did was 5 months later, because Esau plays chess, you have Cassidy come out. Hey, been knowing this nigga was getting down like that.
Oh, yeah.
This nigga got a long track record, but he bit the hand that fed him. And think about this. If you got $1 billion from this so-called white man, think about how much money he's playing with. If he can give a low nigga like you $1 billion, how many billions he got to burn?
Yep.
So what happened was he tried to drop the lawsuit in January. They said, no, fuck that. We finna fuck break you.
Yep. So Esau knows that, you know, these different Jake celebs, you know, they indulge those type of wicked acts just so they can sabotage you when you break character.
That's it.
You know, that's all they do.
That's
man.
it.
You know, when he had that one part when Kevin Hart recording this shit, you seen they had this big ass Edomite that was following Puffy everywhere he go. He was keeping tabs on everything.
That was a weird video.
That's
Man,
what
that
they
shit
do.
was crazy. Yeah.
But they had the tub with the candle lights and had
Yeah.
the chick, her hair caught on fire.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. Some fucking rich dude.
yeah.
Oh, the finish your scripture, bro, about the scripture.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Yep. That's the Western nigga mindset. So Jake, I always say, look, we trying to make it out the hood. That's the narrative, man. I'm just trying to buy my mama a crib. They all came from that humble beginning, man.
That's right.
But that's the narrative to cross over to that Grecian freaky lifestyle, man.
Yeah. And truth be told, who groomed Puffy? It was Clyde Davis.
Yep. Yep.
It was Clyde Davis that groomed Puff along with Andre Herrera.
And how many groups did Diddy have that came and went? And how many people that Diddy have that either went to prison or went back to the Most High?
Man,
A lot.
a lot.
Loon, because a lot of niggas that dealt with Diddy, they end up going extremely religious.
Right. Loon.
And
Mace.
Mace.
Mace was in, he was so fucked up, he was in and out.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
First he was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
Yep.
He was a rapper, he'd go back to preach.
When Shine went to politics, well, he tried to be the president of Haiti or something.
Belize.
Belize. Yep. That nigga went Jewish though before then.
Yeah.
And so-called, well, he went big nose. You know what I mean? He went over there and did the sideburn thing.
Put the small hat on.
Put the small head on, man.
Literally.
Literally.
So you look up the word boule, goes into deliberative council in ancient Greece. It probably derived from an advisory body of nobles, as reflected in the Homeric poems. So that was the ancient Greek council. You know, those are known as the gatekeepers in today's time.
So like the Jay-Z's of Puff. So now Puff is being removed. So now who's the face of the industry? It's Jay. Industry goes into to spread. What are you spreading? The agenda of Esau. When you look that term up according to the Etiquette. So who's the gatekeeper basketball? It's LeBron.
Yeah.
And now Drake will probably pass Puff and be next to Jay. That's how it works. And Esau lets you know, if you mess up, I'm gonna spank your hand. Remember, Puffy got a warning back in the day. Remember with the Shine situation?
Yeah.
They slapped him on the hand. Right? They rescued him from that. He obeyed, but then he started talking about this black excellency because he became a so-called billionaire. But Esau let you know still, my face is on the fucking money.
You're not the distributor of nothing.
Exactly.
They did that with Cosby, R. Kelly. Hey, what's my man? Otis Redding?
Yeah.
He was doing Otis because he bought his publishing. I think he was helping Jake own their masters.
That's right.
And the whole thing was like, own your masters.
That's right.
The story is blurred now, but it was all about ownership in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So all these different Israelites that were entertainers that wanted to get into a position of power and distribution and ownership, either they got offered, all right, or they got publicly humiliated, which was basically modern buck breaking. Somebody's calling you a weirdo, and it's on every fucking major platform. This modern buck breaking, man.
That's right. So going to the boule, it says, you know, these are the least known, what it says right here, in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in importance. In the black community in America, they are extremely high. In most
Wait a minute. Read that again, bro.
Yep, it says in the grand hierarchy of this pyramid, they are not very high in
Meaning
importance.
within the agenda of Esau.
In the realm of Esau.
In the realm of Esau, the world of Esau, they have no significance. They're nothing but puppets. But what they say?
Yep. And it says in the black community in America, they are extremely high, and most black people have never even heard of them.
And this is where you get these fraternities from. They're sororities, right? Because this is how you are introduced into the so-called boule. Just like out there in Philadelphia, they're not saying bull, they're saying bull. Talking about boule. That's short for boule, bro.
It says they are the gatekeepers of the black community, and if you do not understand them, you will have many false beliefs and attitudes of black America, our struggle, civil rights, and many other subjects will not be corrected.
Yeah.
So going into the gatekeepers, link it with scripture. This is Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourned in the gates thereof language.
Right, because gate's supposed to be a reflection of your leadership. Right? Now, our leadership are the apostles of Great Millstone, trickling down to the bishops, trickling down to the regional directors, trickling down to our heads. That's how we have our things established in the spirit. But with them, it's the boule. You know, when we're talking about like coffee here, again, you have wicked Israelite pastors as well.
That's why you, what's my point? That's why the college campus is basically a hazing ground
That's it.
for Freemasonry.
That's
Man.
it. That's it.
Those different fraternities.
That's it.
That's why the fraternities and sororities are held in such high regard. Like at Jackson State, you can't sit on fraternities benches.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
which is just no coincidence that the college life is very similar to a Diddy's rap video.
That's it.
The parties,
That's it.
you got orgies.
That's it.
All right, the debauchery. All right, what's that? That's fucking black culture.
Idol worship.
I thought you went to college to get educated.
Right.
Then they show their reverence by getting them brands, man. Get it burned into their skin.
Burn to their fucking skin, man. All right.
Yep. So it said Judah mourned in the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
And your leader, the gates is the leadership.
That's right.
Your leadership sucks, basically.
That's right.
All right, because when you know we have no fucking leadership, all right, look how bad it is in every city. All right, your leaders are really the gatekeepers, man. If your leaders are really your gatekeepers, and they're supposed to filter out what comes to our people.
That's right.
So your leaders should say, "No, we're not having that type of music for the sons of the Most High. For the nation of Israel, we're not playing that type of music. We're not having no pork, catfish, and shrimp imported to our people while we in this fucking captivity. All right, we're not gonna promote adultery and debauchery. All right, your leaders are talking about some political bullshit that has nothing to do with the welfare of Israelites, man.
It's Isaiah 9:16 in NLT. For the leaders of the people have misled them.
Right, because they tell you it's all about the money. You know, attain the American dream and so on and so forth. But look what you got to do to get the money, man. Right?
They be pushing out about generational wealth, you know?
Right, and it's no such thing as generational wealth for an Israelite. Because when you go into that term generational wealth, it literally means race happiness. And the only person that can give us that is Yahweh through Yahweh Shah. Once we're restored back to where we rightfully belong.
Nigga, we can't go past our daddy. You fortunate if you know your granddaddy.
Right.
It's about generational wealth. Your baby mama can ruin all that. Your baby mama got the ability to ruin all that generational wealth shit, man. One little brow, man.
Jake, you got generational debt.
Yeah, that's right.
That shit just passed down.
Generational curses.
Curses like that.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yep. So for the leaders of the people have misled them, they have led them down the path of destruction.
And look at Puff back in the day, he was campaigning for Obama to be president. So hey, he single-handedly had Jake fucking voting for Obama.
Oh, vote or die.
Vote or die.
Bro,
Vote or die.
That was throwback.
Yes.
Nostalgic, man.
Yes.
Vote or die.
This is how great this nigga was on the left-hand side. He had motherfuckers voting for Barack Obama. Look what he did to Ciroc alone. He had Jake drinking. Jake wasn't talking about no Ciroc. Nigga, I was drinking Ciroc when he had the gray label on, before Puff. When I found out Puff was doing that shit, I fell back. You see what I'm saying?
Might get an STD or
yeah.
something.
Take that.
So that's heavy enchantments upon Jake. Because it started off with Trapper died, and a couple years later, so Voter died.
Yeah.
It's still being tied into this system of Esau Edom.
That's how you know that the musicians are the leaders. Because we don't have any real leaders here. The only leaders are the archetypes that Esau pays. The Lil Waynes, the Diddy's. It's whoever has the influence, that's the leader.
That's right.
And that should be
Sports
like
figures.
that should like be a light bulb to our people. You know, like we the only people don't have, well, do have so-called musicians that represent us into these so-called political or leadership roles. Not any other nation has that. You know, you have these so-called entertainers that represent us. But as far as like these other nations, they actually have real so-called political leaders.
Right.
And because our people, we got niggas like Lil Wayne speaking for us.
Yeah.
Degenerates like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Niggas like that are withering away.
Yeah.
See, leaders promote longevity. The laws promote longevity. You niggas seduce the nation of Israel by promoting instant gratification.
Right.
Nigger culture promotes instant gratification, but if a nigga don't die in his 20s, he's withered the fuck away by the time he's 40. Alright?
I got you, bro.
Alright.
Ecclesiastes 13 and 24. Riches are good unto him that has no sin,
Yep.
and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. And look what Puff had to do in order to get $1 billion. Look at the sacrifices he had to make to receive $1 billion, such as Jay-Z. So the scripture states that riches are good unto him that has no sin. There's nothing wrong with having riches,
Yeah.
but it's all about how you had to get the riches. Look at the state of Chris Brown.
Yeah.
All them fucking tattoos on his body, on his head, you know, on his forehead, and so on and so forth. Look what they had to do in order to get it. They had to lose their soul, meaning what? They had to compromise their morals, their integrity for that mighty dollar.
Hey, that nigga Robert Johnson, who was the owner of BET, and he sold it out to, I think, Viacom or Viacom. Look how degenerate, you know, BET is nowadays.
Yeah.
And battle rap, same thing happened to battle rap. They sold it, I want to say, to Viacom too. And look how demonic that motherfucker is.
You got implants in there.
That's it.
You got alphabet gang implants. You know?
I got one for you, bro.
Right.
Just going into how, you know, brothers, y'all going into like Buffy and how him being the gatekeeper and he pushing all this on our people, man. This is John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
You are of your father the devil. So Esau has enchanted you with his spirit.
Right.
He has enchanted you with a Cain spirit, when really you're the sons of Abel. Really you're Abel, you know? But he enchanted you with that Cain, Idumean, Grecian, cutthroat, Machiavellian spirit, man. The average nigga got a Machiavellian spirit, man.
And so heavy about that. Our people surpass the needs of the wicked now.
Yeah.
You know, when they do something, they're gonna do something all the way. Either it's on the left hand side or the right hand side.
That's true, because you see an Edomite, a couple of Edomites, you don't think none of it. Oh, just an Edomite. Man, you get a group of niggas around each other, you don't know what's gonna happen. Especially with your family, with your woman. I mean, what time they on, man? A nigga is a dog, man. When you see a straight dog, you don't know if he's gonna keep going his direction or is he gonna charge towards you. You know what I'm saying? Unpredictable, man.
He was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in the truth.
Cain was a murderer from the beginning,
Right.
right? Because he envied his brother Abel.
Right.
And so this low nature nigga, this low nature creature called Cain, right? He's enchanting you, man. Because what does Cain or Esau envy about his brother Abel or Jacob? He envied that blessing, and he envied that, in according to Wisdom of Solomon too, he envies that righteous spirit he has.
That's right.
He envies that discipline.
And what the scripture say, because Jacob was an upright man,
Yeah.
plain man.
Yep.
And that goes into a person that has morals. You know?
Yep. And best believe Esau is making an effort to bewitch you out of that blessing. Because he wants that birthright back.
And this is where Puffy and Jay-Z come in. Kevin Gates comes in. Sexy Red comes in. King Von. Fucking serial killer.
And they getting the wild of the street, but they getting dudes is more and more street.
Yeah.
They enchant Jake, man.
Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it.
Look how he did Abel. You know, when the prophet inquired about Abel, am I my brother's keeper?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he said. He's a liar. Meanwhile, you murdered him. You got Abel in the spiritual realm reporting to the Most High what the fuck you done on earth.
Right.
But when the prophet asks you what's going on, I don't know. I ain't seen him. Am I my brother's keeper? And that's how you get down, man.
And just back up, just back up LZ's point. How you said like they getting like more street niggas, more streeter. You know, that's a word. Because look at drill rap. You had like a generation like King Vons. Then after that generation, you had the little niggas like Lil Jeff. Like he had even so-called allegedly more bodies than King Vons.
That's right.
Like it kept just getting more degenerate. You know?
And the degeneracy is more celebrated based upon its degeneracy. So if you got a one-up on a last nigga, that's more fame. So he got more bodies than King Vons.
Yeah.
I ain't even heard of Lil Jeff.
Yeah, Lil Jeff, man, like, look, bro, I did a video on that nigga, man. Like, his mom knew how he conducted himself in the streets. She was ruining them all. He killed 2 kids coming out of school for lunchtime. But blew him down, he had at least 10 to 13 bodies.
Damn.
Lil Jeff. You know?
Hurt, recently.
Good.
Yeah, he did.
The call halam like how about Shema Shai, man? Hey, you niggas are a vexation, man.
That's right.
Hey, when Jake started down by the thousands, I'm gonna have a burden lifted off my spirit. I'm gonna feel it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, this is Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you your way to seek love?
Yeah, did he, man?
That's right.
Because we got the law. The laws are our way.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you trim your Hebrew ways to seek love from the Grecians so you can have some type of cushion in the society, man.
And then the scripture, just to back up to the point, also explains it. Just furthermore intel, for trimmers, it's Strong's H3190, pronounced as Shatai. And some of the strong definitions, he did it to be made well, to be happy, to be successful, to be accepted, to benefit, to be cheerful, to be content.
That's why your consolation has been received. Because you go to the mix of doing anything that's out of bounds according to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Shah, just to so-called seek pleasure within this society.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
To be to find favor, to be married, to please.
And that's only within the realm of this world.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in another kingdom.
Right.
That's only within the confinements of Esau Edom's.
And this is a sellout scripture. If you trim your way, you don't sold the fuck out.
Right. That's why when they go to these particular record labels and stuff, you know, it was an Edomite talking about how they would do, like, you know, a rapper would come in there and be like, you know, yeah, I want to rap about, you know, how I can bring people together. Now they be like, nah, we really don't want that. You know, or, you know, I want to rap about how, you know, eating healthier is going to be good for people. No, we don't think that's going to sell, you know, shit like that. Well, let's do a rap song about, you know, killing people and selling drugs and, you know, women half nigga. You think that'll sell? You know, okay, let's do that. You know, that's how they do it. And that's Jake Seal trimming their way because they want it so bad. But instead of standing on the integrity and be like, well, fuck it, I'll go try to do it myself. They gonna go ahead and be like, you know, all right, I'll rap about killing old people.
They're rationalizing by saying, I start out rapping about the bullshit, then transition into some positive shit. It don't work, man.
Too late. That's what Jay said back in the day. He said, I dumbed down my music. What you criticize for me, but you're holler. So when he dumbed it down, the whole world was saying holler. But what they do, so you have, in order to put out a CD, you have to pass it through the record execs. Billionaire Black said he was going to stop doing drill music. He received a phone call and they told him, no, you can't stop. So in order to maintain the money, maintain your livelihood, you gotta continue to put out deaf music.
And they encouraging him to do more.
And the way you know it ain't about selling records, and that would apply to the other nations. Where's their drill music?
Right. And then mainly, Esau controls the machine. All you gotta do is put conscious music out there, like you put that bullshit on the radio, and keep playing it over and over and over, and everybody will be conditioned and start listening to that.
Hey man, you remember like when I wasn't there, like the 80s, right? 80s and the 70s.
So run there.
Yeah. I was on the bicycle or something. But when they played music right in the clubs in the 80s, right? They'd be like, it'd be like that 80s funk rap. You don't know what the hell they're talking about. When everybody in the club, with they shiny clothes and shit, the disco balls.
That's right.
To the sun. It was a hit record though. Yeah, a hip to the hip. There we go. A hip to the hop to the hip. But everybody in the club, like shit.
That's right.
So what does that tell you? You don't have to be on some negative, dark shit to sell a record, man.
That's right.
Like you said, the machine gonna push it
The
out.
machine push it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
See, Soul Train was playing music that actually was good music, man, that people actually listened to, that was being promoted.
And look at house parties, boy.
Yep.
Priest with Maj Shaquat, Elder Kazal, house party. Look at the type of music. You felt good just even watching that old ass movie.
Especially that dance song.
The way they
That
were
was-
dancing in the
That was
house.
like very wholesome, man.
You didn't have to worry about, goddamn it, not making it home when you went to a house party back during that
I
time.
think we'd come on, what be playing? Who the band drums?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shibidi-dibidi.
Even if you go to a bar, right? Even if you go to a bar and they play Gap Band, my man just went back to the spirit world. Frankie Beverly. Yeah, but they play that the Frankie Beverly in the maze at a fucking bar. Hey man, Jake be in the whole street, be cool with the person. You don't even know the person next to you.
Yeah. Can I buy you a drink, bro?
Yeah, you in the Edomite, yeah, Edomite offer to buy you a drink. And he call you brother, like fuck yeah, you buy me a drink, man. But hey, music is power. Music is power. It can be positive or negative.
That's right.
All right.
Just a little more, bro.
It's a lot, bro.
Okay, back in Jeremiah 2:33, like you do. Also, talk. Let me just read it real quick. Jeremiah 2:33. Why trim you your way to seek love? Therefore, have you also taught the wicked ones your ways?
Why trim us out our way to seek love? Hey, Baba Kashaka, you go back to First Maccabees 11 and go to 14.
And can I make a point
Let's
more?
go, bro.
And Puffy, he had over what 1,000 something baby oil bottles and hundreds of dildos.
Yes.
You have taught the wicked ones your ways, man.
I think Esau just did some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And
Esau.
Puffy, you never know.
Now, I know nigga had it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You
Man,
never
when
know.
I seen that picture, man, they went and took their time line that shit up, man. That shit look like a story, man.
He was our brother at the end of the day.
Yeah, but hey, but
That
Jake,
nigga was wicked.
It
yeah,
was wicked, definitely.
nevertheless, Jake was a freaky ass preacher.
Hey, Puffy said
Super
that's
freak.
right.
Yeah, because look, that's what Jake was doing. That part might have been a stretch, but that dude was a freaky ass preacher.
Yeah.
Because the Hebrew Jakes in the back in the old country, they got turned out.
Remember Jaguar Lights?
Yeah.
She had brought out that, I guess he used to leave the door open within the office, and he was just saying like, there's no type of power you can make a grown man go down on you. He got so proud for doing it, when people would like be walking by, he would leave the door wide open. You know, instead of like closing it to privacy.
And so the entertainer, lawyer, asked him, why you just won't lock the door? He said, it's nothing more powerful than making a man do that. And who, I guess the man was, allegedly, not him that time, but it was Christopher Williams, the light-skinned dude that was on New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? It was him.
Hey, cause you know what? Cause hey, well we'll get that too. Because one of the vices that was mentioned in First Ezra's 4 was it gold? One of the vices in First Ezra's 4 was gold. It was the king, it was gold, it was women.
Yeah.
The king, gold, and wine.
Wine.
And wine. So yeah, but gold is the reason why. Them niggas get exposed to money. They go broke after a couple years. They want their high back. They want a high that only money could get them. And then they got their bitch, they got their woman at the house. He done gave her a lifestyle, they got kids. This nigga broke, or they going broke.
Yeah.
His wife, either he want it, or his wife feeding it for it, or both. So this nigga gonna do what he think he gotta do to get that lifestyle back.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You just broke down Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle said that when Kevin Hart came in his height, his son started questioning him, and he got back into it.
Man, when Dave Chappelle first came back out, he was on the cover of GQ magazine. Something wasn't right in there.
Yeah.
That wasn't D, man. That wasn't Dave.
No, I don't think that's him.
I'm just saying, like, I believe like that was like that's him physically. When you look him in the eyes,
He ain't there.
that's a different man.
Yeah.
The eyes tell everything. All right.
It's Ecclesiasticus 31:5. He that loveth gold should not be justified. He that followeth corruption should have enough thereof. Gold have been the ruin of many.
Gold have been a ruin of many. That's why niggas are suck dick. All right, for a record deal or just to stay in that strata. Jake want to stay in that strata, man. See, Jake want to go back to Elysium. You ever see the movie Elysium? Yeah, I believe so. You watched the movie Elysium. It was a bunch of elites outside of Earth's orbit. And it was in paradise. Meanwhile, Jake was a slave on Earth. So Jake, man, they got a taste of that paradise. They'll do anything against their morals to go back to their paradise. They want basically be a part of Esau's happiness. All I get to us real quick, bro.
Now, I was just gonna say in First Ezra 4, riches isn't mentioned, but basically, it mentions wine, the king, women, and truth. But I was thinking about it, just to tie into what you're saying though. Although it's not riches, basically Jake want that king status.
Cause I might be stretching it with the water for the correction, but like that wine is kind of like, you can tie it into that, but true enough, wine itself is a spirit. But there's another scripture that tells you how gold is the ruin of many. So Salat. All right, go ahead, brother.
In the NLT, you guys want it, bro? Okay, Salat.
Here's how it is. It said, gold had been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it.
That's how you know riches can be a drug in the wrong hands. You got that movie called All the King's Horses. No, All the King's Men. This man and this woman moved into her father's mansion. He was out there overseas. He was a billionaire. He owned like an oil company. The woman's husband went from being like an honest, hard-working carpenter or something in that field to being under his father-in-law's estate. And he went from being like a poor layman to basically the son-in-law of a billionaire. Just like that, he was a drug addict. Just like that. Have you seen that movie on the All the King's Horse, All the King's Men? All right, you got it, bro.
All right. It says, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool should be taken therewith. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold.
Yeah, man.
That's from a spiritual sense.
Yeah.
And with these riches, you know what I'm saying, you can equate that to what? It's true. And hence Revelation 2 and 9.
That's right. I was thinking.
And just a quick definition, y'all was mentioning about music. This is for subliminal messaging. And it says, music has been manipulated to embed subliminal messages that control our thoughts and behaviors. These covert messages are often hidden in the lyrics or even within certain musical tones and frequencies.
Meaning what? It goes into your subconscious. So later on, you're actually doing it. You don't know why, but the stem came from you listening to Tupac or Sexy Red.
You like you hear a song, you say first and then you don't like it, but later on you actually quote the song lyrics. It says,
That'd be worse.
yeah. It said by playing these songs on repeat, the government or other powerful entities can subtly manipulate our emotions, opinions, and actions.
And that's conditioning. That's why Yahweh Shah, from a spiritual sense, attempted, well, no, not he attempted, but he actually utilized spiritual behavior modification on Peter. Social engineering. What he say to him? If you love me, feed my sheep. Feed my sheep.
Hey,
feed
buddy.
my sheep.
Oh,
It was on repeat.
I thought he was fool.
It was on repeat. No, you
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Because at the end of the day, man, all these Israelites who getting this fame, getting this money, so-called riches, man, they don't understand that there's an expiration date to all this shit.
Right.
And they should be focusing on the words Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the message that's being brought forth by the prophets.
And if I can add, priest, and they know, because I think Jay said back in the day, I'm going to live and die with the decision I'm going to pick.
Hey,
He said he going to stand on it.
what that other nigga say? When I go to hell, Lord knows I'm a fry.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, hey, but you niggas are, nigga culture is the instant gratification culture.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's full of YOLO, which is it's a Cain decision.
Yeah.
That's the Edomite decision. Because what was Edomite was like, man, what is this birthright benefit me right now? I'm hungry as shit right now.
Well, he's presumptuous.
Yeah.
Going to the word.
Self-will.
Self-will.
Yeah.
And they don't understand the power that they're dealing with, man. They don't understand how that judgment can be
And no
stretched
pictures,
out
man.
and taken to a whole nother
Get no
level.
pictures, bro.
It's not a zoo, bro.
You get a lot of stuff you can take pictures of, man. No, well,
Can we
not
take
of us.
pictures? Yeah, not us.
Well, not of us. Is it out of respect, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you got a whole bunch of stuff you can take pictures of, man.
And I'm taking pictures and everything else.
So, but we're asking you not to take the picture. Keep it moving.
Would you feel comfortable we just come up to you and just say pictures?
You with your lady and we
say
take pictures.
right now. Okay, but we asking
You guys are talking in the street. I'm in the street. It's a public street.
Well, use your ears and not your camera, man. Listen. Don't go around taking pictures of us, man.
I'm taking pictures of everything.
We're not a thing. We're grown men over here, man.
That's right. You look like somebody.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, starting at verse 4. Riches won't help on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. And I'm reading this in the NLT. Because, you know, Puffy, man, and those like him, you know, these niggas are wicked, man. They living completely doing sinful acts, man. You know, and that's gonna up to what? Like the scriptures say, the wages of sin is death. So they're on their way to a horrible judgment by way of y'all by shooting y'all shot, man. Him getting hemmed up by the feds, going to this persecution or process of being charged. That's nothing, man. That's nothing, man. The Lord said, "Fear not him who can kill the body, but he who can kill the body and soul into hell, man." So your house shot, man, got a special judgment for you type of niggas, man.
And understand something. Esau plays Tetris with you niggas. You know, he build you up just so he can knock your ass all the way down.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a hard fall, man. Because you had the best of the best as a so-called billionaire, and now you down there at rock bottom, man.
Yeah.
You know, it pays to do right.
Still a nigga.
Yeah,
Still a nigga.
He'll never get that status back again.
No, he done.
He through. His name is tarnished.
Yeah, he's tarnished.
Shitted on.
Yeah.
Verse 5. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. And all that sin, that shit done, like brother said, it done piled up on top of him, man. You know, and the Lord has brought judgment on him for him to get caught up in that shit now. Esau has took all your disrespect, trying to what you call it when you trying to deboy a motherfucker, what's the right word for it? Extort them, you know. So now the Lord is using this devil to take you to a small judgment, man.
Yeah.
That's ultimately gonna lead to a bigger judgment, man.
Yeah. And all the idols of America's being brought. I think I'm gonna do a video on Dame Dash. Hell, he was talking, his fucking teeth came out. You know, so the Most High's confounding all you niggas, man, for selling out. The fuck you lose your teeth online. Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rise on a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Oh, hey, Diddy is an idol of Egypt,
Mhm.
and he's being moved at the presence.
That's right.
Going back to Exodus 12, Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah was telling my king Bashar, hey, I'm gonna condemn I'm gonna visit the gods of Egypt.
That's right.
So Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah is visiting the gods of Egypt.
That's right, bro. That's right. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. That's going to nuclear fire.
Thank you up. Micah 1:7. And all the graven images thereof should be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire.
And now you're figuratively being beat to pieces.
That's right.
Your reputation
Yeah,
is being beat
that's
to
right.
pieces.
Yeah.
You know?
Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Puff. Who else? This is a whole lot more.
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight went down.
Yep. You know?
And they saying Jay-Z is nice.
They come for Jay.
And they talk about how Drake has participated in pedophilia behavior.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick Lamar was like, he was basically calling him a pedophile.
That's right.
And he hit that little punchline. He said, I know this is going to strike a chord. I hope it's not A minor.
A minor.
Yeah. Because the insiders know.
Yeah.
A minor.
And they all do this.
Yeah.
They all do this,
Including Kendrick.
including him.
Hey, because the album cover you had on the album, Damn, Kendrick Lamar, the picture he had, you can look at that album cover, it's something about that shit. It's like you just got through doing something, you were ashamed of it,
Yeah.
that's why you called it Damn.
right.
It's not speculation. You got through doing something, man, and you took that picture. That's all the name of the album cover was Damn. All right?
Yep, it says, and all the hires thereof should be burned with the fire, and all the idols thereof while laid desolate, for she gathered it of the hire of an harlot, they shall return to the hire of an harlot.
high-ranking Boule members, man. You're going down, man. The Most High is exposing you all. He's letting you know the ins and outs of the industry. And we've been saying this shit for years. You know, you have to sacrifice something. You have to do certain rituals in order to maintain your position and even to get higher.
You have to do it constantly.
And you have to do it constantly.
And that was, go ahead.
And they showed you that on King Arthur. King Arthur with Jude Law. Basically, how he made that sacrifice. Who was the first sacrifice? No. It was his wife. And then, basically, he came up. But then that demon came back. He brought him back in that dungeon. He was like, look, another sacrifice is required. And he had to give up his daughter.
What's the other show on Netflix? South African show?
Oh, man.
King Joburg.
Yeah, King Joburg.
Yep.
They show how you got to tap in on the left hand side in order to level up, so-called level up.
And these drug dealers, these are your street niggas that know about it.
So the higher ups been doing it, man.
Exactly.
And like I said, I believe that abortion clinic, they're just a temple of Molech, man. They constantly do sacrifices. Because they had this one movie where this doctor, this girl would get pregnant, and the doctor would put her to sleep and take the baby out and basically sacrifice the baby to her ignorance. But that's how he kept his money. You know, he was giving women low-key abortions and they didn't even know it. But he was sacrificing the fetus to a demon. You
It's
know?
a movie or show?
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah. They put it in the movies, man.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like all these Edomites, like that's like a low-key thing, man. All the Edomites stay in these really nice neighborhoods. It's like, what do they do? A lot of them do rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do rituals.
Yeah, I was
man.
talking to this guy in the gym. He's in a high tax bracket. He said in Mississippi, he done been to the parties.
Yeah.
He said he has done some stuff in the parties. Now, like I told him in the Tasmore, if y'all doing this in Mississippi, imagine so-called celebrities.
In Miami.
In Miami,
LA.
Hollywood, in LA,
Yeah.
you know,
Overseas.
on these fucking yachts.
They call them like socialites.
Yeah.
They call them. Alright, this is another one, y'all. This Micah 5:13. Yeah, Micah 5:13. I'm sorry, verse 12. It says, I'm sorry, verse 11. Micah 5:11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no
Rock
more.
music is fucking witchcraft.
pure witchcraft.
It's pure witchcraft. Hey, what did they say? How they was gonna make hip hop the new rock and roll? Think about rock and roll back in the 70s and the 80s and early 90s. That demonic presence it has. Now look at hip hop now. Everybody's on demon time. Everybody got skulls on their shirts,
Face tat.
face tats, and so on and so forth.
Oh, they're gothic now.
Yeah, and they're gothic.
Niggas are gothic
That's
now.
right. So Esau has transitioned hip hop, so like it, rock and roll to hip hop.
Because the nigga Edomites, they had heavy metal. That was that dark shit.
That's right.
The niggas got drill music. And they got these niggas wearing gothic shit, black nails and shit,
That's
man.
right.
Because you want to bring that Satanism directly to hip hop. First it was kind of indirect and subtle with the symbols, but now you're bringing that shit directly to hip hop.
Playboy Cardi got a Baphomet on him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Yep, it says, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thy hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers.
Hey, somebody get this scripture to turn you to the stronghold. There's an aftermath to all this shit. The Most High, he's giving you mercy. He's showing you this rap culture is bullshit. All right, but there's a solution to this bullshit. All right, and it's black or white. There's no gray areas, man. You either gonna have the mindset and the behavior of a 2/3 or a 1/3, man. So he's showing you these niggas ain't nothing to be worshipped. The niggas that you love today, they getting blown the fuck away tomorrow. Because he don't want you following. He don't want you following these niggas. These niggas ain't your Messiah. Boosie ain't your Messiah. Diddy ain't your Messiah. Drake ain't your Messiah. You niggas know their verses more than your Howard Shire's verses.
That's right.
Am I right or wrong? You can quote these niggas' verses more than you can quote the verses in the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke,
That's right.
John. Quote the book of John.
It's your book.
It's for you, nigga. But you'll say something like, man, you'll say something negative about Cassidy 20 years ago. A nigga,
That's right.
you know, you say something about Boosie black ass in the wrong place, man.
That's right. It's
Pac,
shocking.
Pac fake ass
Yeah.
out of LA. Say something about that nigga in LA.
Take your life.
But
But here in Jackson.
yeah, or in Jackson to a Generation X.
Yeah.
Generation X, man. You say something about Pop, man. You never met that nigga.
Right.
All right?
Who was a well-known CIA operative.
Yeah, man.
This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12. Turn ye to the stronghold.
That's the solution. What's the stronghold, brothers?
The truth.
That's the truth.
The truth.
Turn ye to the stronghold, man. Fuck all that nigga culture shit.
Yeah, when you turn to the stronghold, you're spiritually possessed now.
Yep, that's right. Because look, you have to heal. It's the reason why we've been in the truth 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's a healing process. You've seen the Matrix. You don't have to go through a healing process. In order to heal, you got to be withdrawn. You have to be withdrawn. So fuck them clubs. Fuck Tamika. We got to heal from Tamika. We got to heal from Keisha. You got to heal from demons, man. Like that street culture demon, man. Niggas do dumb shit because in their mind, they feel like, how would the streets judge me?
Right.
You know how they had them bracelets, what would Jesus do?
That's right.
Now it's like, how would the streets look at me if I did this?
That's it.
You gotta heal from that shit. How would a woman look at me if I did this shit? If I cut my hair, if I cut my dreads, how would Eve look at me? You gotta heal from that shit. You gotta heal from that bullshit in the high school. All that shit, man. Alright?
Turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope.
We're prisoners of hope. All we have is hope, man. Alright? A nigga doing a show in your city this month, nigga get shot next month. Never fails. You know, all them dark-skinned niggas that did a show out at the Coliseum a couple years ago, all them dark-skinned rappers, half of them dead, man. Alright?
Even
dark-skinned niggas together, man, niggas get shot, man.
even to the day I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Yep.
When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim.
The reason why we look lame, and some of us might dress in a way or have our hair in a way that doesn't look appealing, we've been detached from the Matrix. When you watch the movie The Matrix and the ship Nebuchadnezzar, they look like plain men because they were withdrawn from the Matrix. So we don't have that celebrity appeal on us, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
With Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Because the enchantment is blinding you from the fact that we're being poisoned by Esau, Edom. We're being destroyed. But the Most High is raising up an army. That's why he's going into bending the bow of Judah. All right, because the 1/3 of Judah and Ephraim, of the kingdom of Judah and Ephraim, they're going to be a weapon towards Esau, Edom. But nigga, how you going to be a weapon if you never turn to the stronghold? How you going to be a tool or instrument for your Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai if you're still in a sucking place? Why do you think the Most High put the movie on men like Jordan Peele to do a movie called Get Out? And the main character is a so-called black man in white folks' house. So-called white folks. Do you really think it was about a so-called black man and so-called white folks' house? No, it's about the nation of Israel and the house of Edom.
Right. The house was the fucking system.
It was the system.
The house was the system.
And you're under the enchantment, the sorceries, man. All right?
And made thee.
And the people running the house were what? The higher ups.
Higher up, man.
The second place is America. That's why I call it the valley of the shadow of death. That valley is that low land. You know?
It was all about using, Jake.
And it was
They wanted body parts, you know?
Yep. Organ harvesting.
Yeah.
And the second place is a state of mind.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking as a man, because Jake is.
The clones are wrong, you
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Isaiah 52, shake thyself from that dust.
And hold that too, bro, because I know I'll be talking, but hey, Christianity, rap culture, feminism, gang culture, those are your charm. Niggas be 40 years old, 50 years old, so some gang banging shit.
Right.
Bro, this bigger than wearing garments, bro. You gotta heal from the inside.
That's right.
And you gotta go months of being in an apartment by yourself. Like your pot, when you wake up into this truth, you gotta go in what they call monk mode, man. Monk mode is when you unplug from the internet, you unplug from all type of distractions. If you got a woman for a particular period of time, you might have to have a woman for 6 months. That's monk mode. When you got no porn, no sex, no distractions, no alcohol, no sugar, that's being healed from the matrix. So you might go like that for 6 months. But now the new creature's being born, man. A lot of niggas ain't fully reborn. You still got that old shit in you because you never went through that phase of that neo phase.
for that creature such as the house shall be formed in you, that vessel has to be clean.
It has to be clean, man.
The vessel has to be clean.
That's why you got niggas talking about they Hebrew Crips.
Right.
They were never really baptized,
We're
man.
really in the hell camp.
That's right, man.
It's crazy.
We don't think that's cute no more, man. So like I said, man, you gotta hear from layers and layers of enchantment. Well, it wasn't until I graduated high school until I realized how much I was affected by that shit I grew up in. I mean, this shit really affect you. Either you was a big dog or an underdog. But either way, it affected you, man. Your mindset, your mentality, you know, your confidence, man. If you want to call it school, you know.
And if it didn't affect you, why does Esau put you there?
12 years.
Why does he put you there? Why does he keep you there?
12, and especially to an Israelite boy, this shit feel like a prison.
Yeah.
Feel like a fucking prison,
I
man.
hated school.
Man, me too, man.
Hated them hard ass green seats.
Yeah. Right.
And make thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Yeah, we're gonna get our lick back in the spirit, man.
right.
No guns, man. All right.
I got a quick one for you.
Okay.
John 15-19. If you were of the world will love his own.
Yeah, we got a scent that the world doesn't recognize.
Right.
And there's a video footage of a toad. You know how them toads make sounds in the water? You know what they be doing? Sending out vibrations.
Oh shit.
They in the water making that sound, but the water make waves.
It's taking that vibration off the water, like the ripple effect.
The ripple effect. It's sending the vibration through the waters. But like attract like. Your vibe match my vibe, so we can link up in the spirit.
Right.
The vibration that we're pushing out is out of sync with the vibration of the world.
That's right.
So they don't recognize us as their own.
That's right.
You know?
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you.
The world hates us, and hate can just mean ignores.
That's right.
Like that queer nigga, that on the passenger seat,
Yeah.
talking shit, you know? But if this was a cipher, he'll be all ears. You know? You know? Hey, if we were of the world would love us, man. But that's a token that you on point. A token that you eat healthy is J. Call what you eat rabbit food.
Yeah. You starving yourself.
Yeah, you starving yourself, man. So there's always a token, man. Or if a woman, if Keisha call you Orin, that's a token you might be on point. That's right. If Keisha Eve be like, I'm bored, or you bored, or you don't do shit. You don't do all, yeah, yes, we on point, man. If Keisha, if you don't get like Keisha into you like that, you might want to examine yourself whether you be in the faith, man. You know?
You got a J co-worker, you know, he talking about adultery. You don't engage into that convo.
Yep.
And he look at you funny and
Yep.
shit.
Yes.
Those are spiritual tokens, like the elder said. Hey, this is Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
What's our beautiful garments, man? It's true. See, we was wearing Grecian garments, man. We was wearing Roman garments, Babylonian garments, man. All right? All right.
And Revelation 16:15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watches and keep his garments.
Hey, stay in the faith.
That's right, bro.
See, you gotta keep our garments. See, the Most High gave us the truth, but He's trying us.
That's right.
That's why Peter refers to it as the trial of your temptation. I'm sorry, the trial of your faith.
That's right.
So He gave us the knowledge. Now we gotta fight to keep it.
That's right.
You know.
Least he walked naked and they see his shame.
At least he walked naked and they see his shame, man. See, in the time of Jacob's trouble, and ultimately the visitation of Yahweh, all right, you're going to see if you kept your garment, all right? Yahweh is going to see if you kept your garment, man. And it says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So, hey, when the time of Jacob's come, is your wisdom going to stabilize you? You know?
Back in Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there should no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
There shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean, man. And the point is, man, we got to turn back to Yahweh B'Shem Shai. And it's more than just coming out here with the sign, making, you know, telling like people who they are. That's a major part of it. But that man behind the camera has to be converted.
That's right.
That man behind the camera has to be healed.
He has to stay hydrated too.
Yeah.
He has to continue to grow.
Yeah,
And
that's
grow
right.
and grow and grow.
Because in this earth, in this planet, you really only grow through water, like plants.
Yeah.
Because we're referred to as plants. A neophyte is a newly planted. So it's a planted brother in the truth. Hey, so you water a plant. But if you talking about some street shit while you're in this truth and you glorifying it, you're not growing, man. Somebody feeding you, somebody watering you a Powerade or some shit, man.
And you may not be a man of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
That's a heavy damn demon on you, man. Because the streets has nothing to do with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
And neither are we on this crusade to wake up niggas
Right.
when we clock out.
That's it.
This is where we wake up, Jake, man.
Yes, this street culture is a curse. This fucking street culture is a fucking curse, man.
It's like you really ain't closed the door on this word. You know, it's like, you know how Joe close the door, you stick your foot in the door
Yeah.
and keep it open. It's
Right.
like you ain't really got your mind made up. You might still want to go back in that door, which is going back into the world, man.
So it says, there should no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. So that could be referencing to these other nations by default. And also trickling on down to 2/3 of our people. They're considered as profane. They can't come into this clean house because they're governed, they're fashioned with the garments of this current world,
Right.
society. You know?
Because I want to say in certain instances that circumcised can go into, or uncircumcised can go into where the Most High's wisdom cannot penetrate your mindset.
Yeah.
You know, this is actually can be a usage for what these wicked ass niggas, man.
That's why King David made that prayer in Psalm the 69th chapter, that their table become a snare.
Yeah.
How they can't come into this righteousness.
Right.
You know?
And he said always. So
Yeah,
that means what? Per
always.
reincarnation. Up until Yahweh Shah comes back.
Also linking up with Daniel the 12th chapter. How
Yeah.
none of the wicked shall
Shall
stand.
understand.
Yeah, that's a reprobate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Verse 2. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem.
Yeah, and if you believe in the Christian system, westernization, black culture, you haven't shaken yourself from the dust. And ultimately, it's the Holy Spirit. Because once you go through the process of this spiritual cleansing, you're supposed to be a new creature.
Yeah.
You know? And then therefore you start what? You start crawling, then you begin to walk, then you run. You know, but you have to go through that complete process, man. It's not an 80% process, it's not a 95% process, it's not a 99% process, but it's a complete process of being born again. But with that being said, you still have to work on yourself every single fucking day, man.
And it's a truth to this truth, man. It's a discipline to this truth, man.
Yeah.
It's like Stoics.
Yeah.
Like it's a routine. Every brother got a routine that works for him as a prophet,
That's
man.
right.
And he keep it going. Yeah, keep it going, man. It's a man behind this thing, man.
And if you think about it, you said Stoics, and you think about Yahweh Shah and the apostles were Stoics. Love not the world. That's external. Work on the spirit, that's internal. What Stoicism teach you? You can't be worried about what people think about you or reacting from their reactions. You can only be concerned about how you react.
The most important stoicism teach you about acceptance.
Yeah.
Just accepting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What it is,
It is what it is.
accepting. You know?
I know it's
And that builds character when it comes to the men of the Lord, man, because you start understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that it's only a particular type of people who are going to move in the ways of Hashem shot, man. Therefore, you become like a duck if you understand what I mean, and waters off the duck back. You know, people, you going to hear this shit, they're going to be talking this worldly shit that you really want to hear, but you still have to suffer and endure through it because you might work with these people. You know what I'm saying? You might be doing a job, ride, share, Uber Eats, whatever, dealing with these people. You know what I'm saying? So you have to still go through that shit. And like what Lot say, that he vexed with the conversation of the wicked. Man.
I'm there,
The filthy
bro.
conversation of the wicked, man.
I'm there for you. 2 Peter 2:7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
and that conversation ultimately goes into conduct, man. So Lot was in New Orleans spiritually
Right.
amongst the sodomites. He was picking up passengers from. I mean, I'm just spiritually speaking.
Nah,
You know,
that makes sense.
Jake do ride share and shit. You picking up gay passengers.
Yeah.
And can I say, you right though, 'cause I just seen a video where it was called Red Dress Week or some shit in New Orleans.
Yes,
A bunch
sir.
of faggots dressed in red. So you absolutely right.
Well, in Jackson, Mississippi, they got a billboard called Pride Month. And that's a man in a dress. nigga, man. So nah, the prophets were in spiritual New Orleans, spiritual Memphis, spiritual Jackson, Mississippi, Vegas, LA. Those it's spiritually. That's why it's called spiritual Sodom in Egypt. It's here again. Oh, I can't forget Atlanta. That's the hood. But it's no coincidence that it's prophets in every major city, man.
Back in Isaiah 52:2, shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion.
Yeah, being enslaved from a spiritual sense, man. And Micah, 2 and we get there? Yeah, because we have to go through that rigorous process of being born again. So you become a new creature, and that old man really supposed to be gone. You know, and how you know it's complete. It may not be completely gone, but how you know you're doing right, some of those old behaviors tend to come back. But at the same time, you gotta fight that shit off.
I got you right here.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting at verse 11 in NLT. When I was a child, I spoke as a child.
Right.
I react. So like, I'm starting. When I was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things.
Right, and I want to say, hey, read in the KJV, bro.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11 in the KJV. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child.
You're not on the level. You're not on the spiritual level. Go ahead.
But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Right. And I want to say that childish is actually going into unskillful, untaught. You know? So anything we did outside was true. We were babes. We were children.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, it's on your nose.
Hey, because it was it the NLT you was reading it first? And he said, I reasoned as a child. And he said unskillful, right? Because as a child, you're not filtering life out through the scriptures. See, now we got 613 laws. We got the Proverbs of our forefathers. So your reasoning is now through the scriptures.
Right.
Well, back then, you only reasoned through your understanding of your own impulses, what made you feel good. Street cultures or black cultures standard upon it. You know, you filtered everything through another through Edomite culture or street culture. But now we reason and we filter everything out through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
Right.
So, yep. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was saying all those different components you named, all of them childish, bro. So Edomite culture, black culture, going to feminism, anything gravitating to this so-called white man system. It's all childish at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's why Esau made that presumptuous decision by giving his blessing away.
Right.
That's a childish move to make, man.
What's the scripture states as a point about children of fools?
Job 30.
Yeah, going into what y'all saying.
Then it said base men. Because if you go into it, if you think about it, it's a base instinct culture. Esau's characteristic is he's a man of base instincts. Meaning his principle is moving off his basic instincts.
I gotta have it now.
I gotta have it now.
They
It's
want it
impulse.
now.
Yeah, he don't have no fucking. What makes Jacob civilized, he has rules to govern his basic instincts. Esau don't have no rules to govern his basic instincts, man.
Hey, Job 38, they were children of fools. Yea, children of base men.
If you go into fools, it means like impious,
Yeah.
impiety and piety.
Going to unrighteous.
Yeah, and it goes unrighteous because
Because pious means righteous.
right, you're right. Because of the God doesn't exist in your mind.
Right. Ooh.
Who has sin in his heart?
Yeah, there's no God.
Right.
Yep.
And the definition of fool literally means, like you said, empty-handed.
Right, because empty, because you don't have Yahweh Bahashim outside your mind.
That's right.
One of the synonyms for empty is like abandoned. Why does it mean abandoned? Because you have the Most High is not in you. If you were a house, the Most High isn't there.
Yeah.
That's why the Most High kept calling our people a foolish nation.
Yep.
Because we obeyed it.
That's right.
Right.
So again, Job 38, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the
What
earth.
does vow mean?
Just straight wicked.
Wicked, low life.
Yeah, no life.
Verse.
Perverse,
Worthy
man.
to praise.
Disgusting.
Drinking blood,
Yeah.
being a sodomite. But it's that same culture that you see amongst the Romans,
Right.
the Grecians,
That's right.
Edomites today. That's why they have the concept of what? Teabagging. You know, if you were a Jake that hung around a bunch of Edomites, a bunch of Edomite males, they do weird shit.
Very
Yeah.
much so.
If you in the shower, they'll fuck with you while you're in the shower
Right.
type, you know?
Right.
And that's like a little college frat shit, man.
Yeah.
That's like knowing in college, like don't sleep around so-called white men.
Yeah.
You never go sleep around them, man.
Or playing sports. They be on that crazy shit. You know, in high school, junior high, try to give you a wedgie and shit. You know, you always been on some stupid shit.
Because that's how the sons of Jacob are many most high in their spirit. Alright? The son of Esau, Edom, he's a mini Satan. You know?
And I can say, just speaking on how, you know, our people shouldn't be hanging around Edomite shit like that. Y'all brothers can attest. There's been some guys back in our hometown that be hanging around some Edomites, fucking around, be floating down the river. He the only one that drowned.
Yep.
You know, nobody know what happened.
Eight people went out for a swim. 7 were Edomites, 1 was a Jake.
And then there was 7.
Yeah, one was missing. Guess which one was missing?
Jake.
Yep, the dark.
Dark.
He just jumped in there.
Yeah.
We didn't know he could swim.
Yeah.
And you know what that Nate, I'm gonna say this part quick for the scriptures go back. Esau flip on you.
Yep.
Esau not like Jacob. You kind of already watching Jacob. Esau, you may be thinking like, he a cool Edomite. He might even be an Israelite foreigner. But he'll flip on us right within an instant. That's his style, man.
Nature.
That's his nature.
Hey, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And within this knowledge, it identifies who the enemy is. Know your enemies. Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you, and you shall be no priest to me, seeing you have forgotten the law of your power, I will also forget your children.
Yep.
The point was, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See, in the ancient world, we knew this knowledge. We knew not to fuck with Esau. Hey, it says back in the garden, once I put a mark on Cain. That was his signet. That leprosy was his token, like, don't fuck with us.
That's right.
Because even like in parts of Africa, if you got albinism, you're a freak.
That's right.
But this man that turned things upside down, if you got melanin, you're a freak. Especially 100 years ago, 50 years ago, you know? But Jacob, Esau made Jacob the Edomite in America.
But they teach that doctrine in the Book of Mormons.
And he cursed him with melanin, he cursed him with pigment.
Then you have Jacob on top of that, you pushing Mormonism. You know, he catches
Exactly.
He'll be at your door with the Edomites.
Right.
Like, Mark, what you doing out here with them,
You
man?
don't know shit.
Yeah.
one named Tyrone.
Yeah.
Mormon.
Tyrone Jenkins.
Well, you know, there's always a black Power Ranger.
Yeah.
You know, Zach.
My mama was so fucked up when it comes to that shit, man. She trying to put that Dr. White shit on her, telling me, your neck so black. I'm like, damn, this woman gave birth, you know, she don't like it, man. But she thought everybody should be light skinned like, CJ and them, man. I'm like, damn.
Your mom would have you look like Sammy Sosa.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man. You know, but that just shows,
When that bleaching cream.
yeah, man. I'm like, what the fuck? But it just shows you, man, that's still the part of Stockholm Syndrome, man. They had, like, the older people looking at a dark skin as a curse, basically.
They did. Boy, you got dark.
Yeah.
Y'all say that shit like gonna hurt your soul. It
Yeah.
gonna hurt your soul.
Yeah, well, you know you black.
Like, you got dark. I'm like, God, man.
Damn. But then go plant their flowers in the darkest soil they can find. Like, come on, man.
Hey, it's a cream. Eve used a cream called Ultra Glow, man. They use a cream called Ultra Glow. It's supposed to brighten your skin up, man. You know? Hey, don't let that little facade fool you, man. Eve ain't what you think she is, man.
That's right.
Jake grew up around Eve. Jake got older siblings and shit. Now, Eve just, she got a facade for the world, man. Eve is fighting self-esteem issues. All right?
Hey, Numbers 12 and 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So she became leprous, white as snow. What was her original complexion?
Dark skin, shade of brown.
Yeah. And Aaron looked on Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you. Lay not the sin on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
Yep.
That's the point. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech you, lay not the sin, because she was leprous, on us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned.
It's a curse with like the so-called white person. Still today. You know, our forefather Isaac, when Esau came out, what did he say?
Joshua.
Waste away is eat.
Wasted.
You know?
Life was wasted.
But we know, according to the curses, that our people, of the hopeful elect, they're going to be looking like the so-called white people. But you're going to get your regular complexion back within the next kingdom. That's what it's all about, that new change that we're all looking forward to, man. Gonna get back that original color, baby. You know? And this Colossians 3:1, if ye then be risen with Yahushua, seek those things which are above.
What are the things that are above? Kingdoms.
Yeah, spiritual.
They got this thing called high-level conversations, but that's the highest level conversation you can have, is the conversation of the kingdom.
Right. If I can say something too, and then the scripture stated risen, meaning what? So you have to go through your own spiritual resurrection. In order for Yahushua to be formulated in you, you know?
NLT, same verse. 6, you have been raised to new life.
Right, because of the process, the rigorous process of being born again.
Yep.
But like Zaquan been teaching, is more than just coming at camp. You really gotta live this thing.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Because really the game is when you off camera. When you're not behind the camp sign, and when you're not around brothers.
When you in that matrix.
When you're in the matrix, are you applying the scriptures? And again, I'd rather be with a brother that knows 2 precepts and can apply compared to a brother that knows 100 precepts and don't know how to utilize one. All you doing is just basically off memory. But when it comes to the application, the second nature of the scripture, you can't even utilize it.
And the scripture's gonna break down why.
Since you have been raised to new life with Yahushua, set your sights on the realities of heaven.
If I can say something, your sights, your mind being single, that eye being single.
Back in the KJV. If you then be risen with Mashiach Yahushua, those things which are above, where Mashiach Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Yeah, the mundane. Because when you transcend, or when you're in the spirit, you become aware of the things you worried about in this life is all a result of you being in this body, being plugged into the matrix. But when you transcend Esau's kingdom, you realize that that's just something that's a mundane reality that has to play its course. But it's beneath you.
It's worldly.
Yep, it's worldly.
Y'all should say you're from
Beneath and I am from above.
From above.
All right. High level. This is high level conversation. Kings understand, king talk, man. We're not worried about the affairs of the layman or the mundane. All right. Yeah, let's go to 5.
Verse 3. For you are dead, and your life is hid with Mashiach in Yahweh.
Hey, we're Stoics. And if you look up the word monk, right, it goes back to the Greek monos, which means alone or solitary. So the monks are excluded from society. The 3rd century monks, of the Christian monks, they studied Elisha. They studied John the Baptist. They studied the Messiah, and they basically made a religion out of that. Just that solitary life. I believe that with Jake. 3rd century, but it says, because why would Esau be all into it like that? Esau got into religion just so he won't be conquered by Islam. He won't be conquered by Islam.
Moab probably just adopted those ways.
But now when it comes to Moab, the original Buddha was a Jake.
He was.
He came and brought that system to them. He had big eyes, big lips, woolly hair. But now they studied Elisha, Elijah, which was John the Baptist. Just how John the Baptist had honeycomb and locusts. All right, basically he was like a monk, but they turned around and made it. So per definition, they were monks. So really, some of the original monks were the prophets. All right, but the reason I'm expounding on that is because it said you are dead. Now you're not physically dead; you're dead to this world. So that stoic life, that I'm gonna start saying monk life, all right, is because you're unplugged from the matrix. You're dead to this world. You're dead to this system. All right.
It says, verse 4, when Hamashiach Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear, then shall you also appear with him in glory.
Because we're not aligning ourselves to impress the king of Babylon. So we're not putting on our garments to impress the king of Babylon. We got that on reserve for, hey, the King of Jerusalem, the Prince of Peace.
That's the woman that Yahushua wants.
That's the woman that Yahushua wants, the woman that's reserving herself for
Yeah, not for the streets. I mean,
because what do they do on this side? He get the streets and then try to come at us. No, that's not faithful. No, we all faithful right here.
Verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Hey, can you go back to this a lot?
Verse 5. Mortify therefore your members.
Put to death. And this is because when you go into when you start watching them Shaolin monks, you start watching different forms of martial arts, what do you have? The student and the master. Where does that concept come from? Yahushua always used the analogy of the student and the master. I'm sorry, the servant and the master, which the servant is the student. But the first principles of being a disciple is killing your flesh. That's why Elder Abba Bibba said, what? In order to receive that special gift, that magic gift, you got to control your lust. Because or mortify your members. Because when you mortify your lower nature, you open up your pineal gland.
And then you receive spiritual gifts from that sacrifice.
Yeah, if you receive spiritual gifts from this, you start reading the word through the spirit, the angel opens up your mind. All right, when you pray to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai.
And it's different. You can tell when it's working.
Yeah.
You know, if you go on a fast or something, you done gave up, you be on a fucking high frequency. Yeah.
Yep, so mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Like you said, we went into that last week. Inordinate means excessive. That's the nature of America. It's not saying you can't deal with your woman sexually or, drink a little bit.
Balance.
It's balance. See, the Hebrew way is moderation. The Babylonian way is excessiveness, which is inordinate.
And even as a point, I was looking at like how Moab was the tea. It'd be small cups of tea.
Yeah.
And then you leave cups of goddamn what's the name of the other place? The other coffee place?
Starbucks.
Starbucks, and then they give you a gigantic ass cup. And everything, like you say, everything is just out of, you know what I'm saying? It's just over.
It's over, man.
It's over, man.
Think about your stomach is this size.
Right.
It can shrink down to 2 ounces. It can expand up to 32 ounces. Now, if your stomach this size, the fuck you doing at Golden Corral? You get multiple plates and shit, man. That's why I drink like a fucking hippopotamus, man, in church clothes.
That's a good money restaurant.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. Hey, the bell start ringing on that one. My owl start.
No, that ain't like
Yeah, cuz.
Yep, so inordinate affection, evil concupiscence.
Yeah, evil concupiscence. Well, I'm trying to say how Google said. Evil concupiscence.
Yeah.
Cheating. I should try it. Evil concupiscence. Stay woke, Gaku. All right, go ahead, bro. Yeah, we do.
And covetousness, which is idolatry.
And covetousness, which is idolatry, man. All right, because this is a covetous culture. Because the commercials, when you watch your favorite TV shows, you got an 8-minute commercial for every 22-minute TV show. We grew up in a culture of covetousness. That's the commercial. For you to covet. All right? The stuff you watch on the internet is for you to covet. All right?
Especially Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sin comes from exposure.
Because we're the product. They want us to be consumers, man.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
All right. Hey, but with that, we hope your brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kakudash.
Double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness in the house of David the elect. Abba,
Abba,
Hey, shalom.
Shalom.